Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse number 1. Arjuna Uvacha Jayasi Chetatarmanaste Mata Buddhir Janardana Tat Kim Karmani Dore Mam Niyojayasi Kesava. Her translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Arjuna said, O Janardana, O Kesava, why do you urge me to engage in this ghastly warfare? If you think that intelligence is better than fruity work. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna has very elaborately described the constitution of the soul in the previous chapter, with a view to deliver his intimate friend Arjuna from the ocean of material drift. And the path of realization has been recommended Buddhi Yoga or Krishna consciousness. Sometimes Krishna consciousness is misunderstood to be inertia, and one with such misunderstanding often withdraws to a secluded place to become fully Krishna conscious by chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. But without being trained in the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, it is not advisable to chant the holy name of Krishna in a secluded place where one may acquire only cheap adoration from the innocent public. Arjuna also thought of Krishna consciousness or Buddhi Yoga or intelligence in spiritual advancement of knowledge as something like retirement in active life and practice of penance and austerity at a secluded place. In other words, he wanted to skillfully avoid the fighting by using Krishna consciousness as an excuse. But as a sincere student, he placed the matter before his master and questioned Krishna as to his best course of action. In answer, Lord Krishna elaborately explained Karma Yoga or work in Krishna consciousness in this third chapter. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport.
One, Arjuna said, O Janardana, O Kesava, why do you urge me to engage in this ghastly warfare if you think that intelligence is better than fruitive work? Purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, has very elaborately described the constitution of the soul in the previous chapter with a view to delivering his intimate friend, Arjuna, from the ocean of material grief. And the path of realization has been recommended, Buddhi Yoga, or Krishna consciousness. Sometimes this Krishna consciousness is misunderstood to be inertia, and one with such a misunderstanding often withdraws to a secluded place to become fully Krishna conscious.
Yes, this is very important point. Sometimes it is thought that a spiritual life means to retire from active life. That is general impression. People think that for cultivation of spiritual knowledge or self-realization, they should go to some Himalayan caves or some secluded place. That is also recommended. But that sort of recommendation is meant for persons who are unable to engage themselves in activities of Krishna consciousness. Lord Krishna is teaching Arjuna how one can remain in his position, never mind whatever he is, still he can become perfectly in Krishna conscious. That is the whole substance of the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, he never asked anybody to change his position. He simply recommended that you associate with pure devotee and hear from him. That's all. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never asked anybody that you first of all, just as Shankaracharya's theory is that you first of all become a sannyasi in renounced order of life. Then you try to understand what you are, Sankhya philosophy. Therefore, according to their system, anyone who takes sannyas is supposed to be immediately merged into the existence of God. Therefore, they address Narayan. In Sankara Sampradaya, one sannyasi addresses another sannyasi as Narayan. But here, in Krishna consciousness movement, there is no condition. The only condition is, that is not condition, that is recreation. Just like we have got this nice place. We invite people, please come and join with us. Not necessarily that one has to come and dance with us or sing with us. Simply if he comes and sees our activities, that is also a great benefit. Simply if somebody appreciates, oh, these boys and girls, they are doing nice, that will be also beneficial for him. Then gradually he will grasp. But people are so obstinate that in spite of our repeated request, please come and join with us, they have no time. Go on. Yeah. Sometimes
this Krishna consciousness is misunderstood to be inertia, and one with such a misunderstanding often withdraws to a secluded place to become fully Krishna conscious by chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna.
And sometimes the so-called devotees of Krishna in Vrindavan you'll find that they are keeping themselves in a secluded place and supposed to be chanting Hare Krishna. But practically it has been seen that by such artificial way of becoming Krishna consciousness does not make anyone advance. I have seen practically. They are living in a secluded place, chanting Hare Krishna, but practically when he comes out, he is smoking. He cannot give up even smoking, and what to speak of this material world. You see, that is artificial. This is not recommended. First of all, you become mature, then secluded place. Otherwise, there is no secluded place. Maya is everywhere. Maya will dictate, oh, you are so tired, why don't you come out and smoke a cigarette? Yes. And he thinks he is advancing. His nonsense is advancing. No. Phalena parichyate. By the result one has to be judged how far he has advanced. Similarly, there are so many persons, they are meditating. What meditating nonsense? What is their character? If we challenge their character, nonsense. So this sort of things will not help. Come practically forward, just like our students going door to door, chanting Hare Krishna. And people are taking advantage of it. They are hearing. So this process is beneficial to the public. Even a small child who joins here, he also claps, tries to clap. So, this Krishna consciousness movement is not to remain in a secluded place to get cheap advertisement, oh, that man is meditating. No. Go practically work. Just like Lord Jesus Christ, he practically worked. So there is practical work. No question of going into the secluded place. We should remain in the congested city and preach this Krishna consciousness movement without being affected by this contamination of city life. That is perfect. They shall not be contaminated, touched by the contamination of the city life, but still say they all go on with Krishna consciousness. That is perfect. Yes, go on.
But without being trained in the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, it is not advisable to chant the holy name of Krishna in a secluded place, where one may acquire only cheap adoration from the innocent public. Arjuna thought of Krishna consciousness or Buddha Yoga, intelligence and spiritual advancement of knowledge, as something like retirement from active life, the practice of penance and austerity at a secluded place. In other words,
yes, Arjuna is asking that you say that Krishna consciousness is very good. Why you are engaging me in this fight? That is his question. So Krishna will answer this question. General people understand that retiring from ordinary duties, one becomes spiritually advanced. That is being taught here. It is not like that. Krishna taught to the whole world that Arjuna was a soldier, he was a fighter, and in his fighting also he can be Krishna conscious. It is not that he has to cease from fighting and then become Krishna conscious. No. There is no such question. There is no rejection of anything, but dovetailing everything. That is the process. Do everything, but in Krishna consciousness. If you are a fighter, fight, but for Krishna. If you are a businessman, all right, do business for Krishna. If you are something else, do that, but for Krishna. This is one. This is called Krishna consciousness. To dovetail everything with Krishna. Nirbandhe Krishna sambandha yukta vairagam uchyate. Yukta vairagam, real renunciation, is to dovetail everything for Krishna. That is renunciation. Not renunciation that I earn whole time millions of dollars and distribute among my children and or engage in some other way and I become Krishna conscious in a secluded place. No. You can begin Krishna consciousness from the very beginning. Earn for Krishna, spend for Krishna, think for Krishna, work for Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. Fight for Krishna. Nothing to be rejected. Everything to be dovetailed with Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. Go on.
in other words, he wanted to skillfully avoid the fighting by using Krishna consciousness as an excuse. But as a sincere student, he placed the matter before his master and questioned Krishna as to his best course of action. In answer, Lord Krishna elaborately explained karma yoga, or work in Krishna consciousness in this third chapter.
Yes. Karma means action, fruitive action. Everyone is working in this world to get some result. Somebody is working in business, earning millions of dollars yearly. Why he is earning? He is earning for his sense gratification. As soon as he has got money, he changes his car, he changes his apartment, changes his standard of life, only for increasing. The whole world is working so hard, and the result is that increasing their objects of sense gratification. This is called karma. Karma means to enjoy the result of your activity. And when it is karma yoga, that means the activities which is your occupation, you can engage yourself in that activity, but don't engage the result for your sense gratification, but for satisfaction of Krishna. That is called karma yoga. Yoga means to link up with the Supreme. And karma, you are inclined to work, all right, work, but link up your result of work with Krishna. That is called karma yoga. Yoga means linking up with the Supreme, and karma, when it is linked up with Krishna, that is called karma yoga. It will be explained. Now, go on.
2. My intelligence is bewildered by your equivocal instructions. Therefore, please tell me decisively what is most beneficial for me.
Yes. People think it is equivocal. I ask you to become spiritualist, still I ask you to work ordinarily, go work like this, work like this. They will think, what sort of spiritual life this is? They are also earning money, they are also working in the factory, or they are also doing this or that. So, to the ordinary man it appears equivocal. But it is not equivocal. That is the real process of working. Go on.
Purport. In the previous chapter, as a prelude to the Bhagavad Gita, many different paths were explained, namely Samkhya Yoga, Buddhi Yoga, controlling the senses by intelligence, work without fruitive desire, the position of the neophyte, etc. This was all presented unsystematically. A more organized outline of the path would be necessary for action and understanding. Arjuna therefore wanted to clear up these apparently confusing matters so that any common man could accept them without misinterpretation. Although Krishna had no intention of confusing Arjuna by any jugglery of words, Arjuna could not follow the process of Krishna consciousness, either by inertia or active service. In other words, by his questions, he is clearing the path of Krishna consciousness for all students who are serious about understanding the mystery of the Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, sometimes it appears to the student contradictory. But actually, the master, who is well conversant, he does not say anything contradictory. It is the misunderstanding of the student that sometimes he thinks that it is contradictory. Therefore, the question is allowed. You will find that a student is advised to question to the spiritual master that with thee, you should understand the transcendental science by the process of first thing is surrender, and then question and seva, service. Surrender and service and question. Simply, if you question and don't surrender, don't render any service, then it will be simply waste of time. Just like Arjuna was talking in the beginning with Krishna as friend. The Krishna was talking very cautiously because it was friendly talk. But now when Arjuna surrendered unto him, I accept you as my spiritual master, he is talking freely. This is going on. Yeah. Go on.
3. The Blessed Lord said, O sinless Arjuna, I have already explained that there are two classes of men who realize the self. The contemplative are inclined to understand it by empirical philosophical speculation, and the active are inclined to know it by devotional service. Purport. In the second chapter, verse 39, the Lord has explained two kinds of procedure, namely Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga or Buddhi Yoga.
Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya means analyzing the material elements and dovetail it with the Supreme. This is called Sankhya Yoga. Sammak apayate, or things are very explicitly explained for understanding of the common man. That is called Sankhya Yoga or Jnana Yoga. And another is Karma Yoga or Buddhi Yoga. Go on.
In this verse, the Lord explains the same more clearly. Sankhya Yoga, or the analytical study of the nature of spirit and matter, is the subject for persons who are inclined to speculate and understand things by experimental knowledge and philosophy. The other class of men work in Krishna consciousness, as is explained in verse 61 of the same second chapter. The Lord has explained also in verse 39 that by working under the principles of Buddhi Yoga or Krishna consciousness, one can be relieved from the bonds of action. And furthermore, there is no flaw in the process. The same principle is more clearly explained in verse 61, that this Buddhi Yoga is to depend entirely on the Supreme, or more specifically, on Krishna. And in this way, all the senses can be brought under control very easily. Therefore, both the yogas are interdependent as religion and philosophy. Religion without philosophy is sentiment, or sometimes fanaticism, while philosophy without religion is mental speculation. The ultimate goal is Krishna, because
there are certain class of men who are simply philosophizing, and there are certain class of men who are simply blindly following religious ritualistic process. So, Bhagavad Gita is combination of both. That is scientific. You should be religious, but should understand everything philosophically. Otherwise one becomes fanatics, religious fanatics. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is clearly said that Chaitanya dayar katha karaho vichar. You people, you try to understand the gifts of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by your philosophical understanding, not blindly, philosophical. And vichar karile chitte paibe chamatkar. If you are actually a wise man, then you will find it is sublime. And if you simply stick to your own religious ritualistic principle, don't try to understand the philosophy of everything, then you become a fanatic. So we should not become religious fanatics nor dry mental speculators. Both these classes of men are dangerous. They cannot make any advance. The combination. You should be religious, but try to understand each and every line philosophy. Just like in the Bible, there is the statement, God created this universe. It is a fact. But because modern educated persons are not explained how God created, how the process of creation, these things are explained in the Bhagavad. How the sky became in existence, then the earth became in existence, the fire became in existence. There is a process, general graduation. Actually, God has created the world, there is no doubt about it. But because it is not philosophically explained, the modern educated person, they don't accept. So, Bhagavad Gita, you will find everything a combination of religious sentiments plus philosophical understanding. That is one. Go on.
The ultimate goal is Krishna, because the philosophers who are also sincerely searching after the absolute truth come in the end to Krishna consciousness. This is also stated in the Bhagavad Gita. The whole process is understood, is to understand the real position of the self in relation to the super self. The indirect process is philosophical speculation, by which gradually one may come to the point of Krishna consciousness. And the other process is by directly connecting with everything in Krishna consciousness.
Yes, if you want to go to the goal by philosophical speculation, analyzing, this is not spirit, this is neti, this is not Brahma, this is not spirit, that also will help you. But in this age, such philosophical study, not in this age, every age, that is a very long-term process. But when people lived for a very, very long time, it was possible to arrive at the goal of life by such process. But in this age, there is no time. I do not know what is going to happen to me just after coming out or while I am sitting in this room. Even a big man, President Kennedy, he was going in procession. He never expected that he will be shot, but he is shot. So there is no certainty of our life, this age. Therefore, we should take up the quick method for self-realization. The long-term method will not help us. We are not prepared for neither. That is short-term, immediate effective. Chant Hare Krishna, an immediate effect. Gone.
The indirect process is philosophical speculation, by which gradually one may come to the point of Krishna consciousness. And out of the other process is by directly connecting with everything in Krishna consciousness. Out of these two, the path of Krishna consciousness is better, because the philosophical process does not purify the senses. Krishna consciousness is
philosophical process, you can show by jugglery of words your academic qualification, but it will not take you to the right. We have seen many such philosophical speculators. They are simply talking in the meeting, but that's all. And if we study their private character, it is less than ordinary. Less than ordinary. That will not help us in this age. You see, you may take some credit in a meeting. Oh, he's very nice speaker. So what is that? If you become a nice speaker, what will help you in a spiritual realization? This is, if you do 1 minute Hare Krishna, it will give you immediate result. 1 second, if you chant or hear. This is so nice. direct method, immediate, gone.
Krishna consciousness is itself the purifying process, and by the direct method of devotional service, it is simultaneously easy and sublime. 4. Not merely by abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection.
Yes. Simply by it is explained, gone.
4. The renounced order of life can be adopted upon being purified by the discharge of the prescribed form of duties. The prescribed form of duties is laid down just to purify the heart of materialistic men. Without the purifying process, one cannot attain success by abruptly adopting the fourth order of life,
The fourth renunciation is the fourth order of life according to Vedic civilization. Just like we are sannyasi. So, we are also householder. I have got my wife still living, I have got my children. But I have been able to come to this stage of renunciation, forgetting my all relationship with my wife and children and family and home, because I was trained gradually. I was trained as brahmachari, as grihastha, by the mercy of our spiritual master. Therefore I don't feel anything. But abruptly, if we take to sannyas order, then we have seen many persons abruptly taking, or without understanding the self-realization process, he fails. He again comes back to the materialistic way of life in a different form. Suppose he begins in philanthropic work, some hospitalizing or opening educational institution. That is nice, but these things are being done by the government and many philanthropic persons. That is not the duty of a sannyasi. A sannyasi, a renounced order of life, his main business is to spread Krishna consciousness or God consciousness. That is his real business. But if one has not the taste, what is Krishna consciousness, simply accept sannyas, then he will do all this nonsense work. And of course I don't wish to name here. Some of our students went to a very big Swami here in New York. He found that he was smoking. And the student said, Swamiji, we don't smoke. He was the same. So what is the use of taking this kind of sannyas? Sannyas means to give up all material contaminated activities for the sake of the Supreme Lord. That is called sannyas. Shat, nyas, sannyas. This is the combination. Shat means the Supreme. They were existing. And Nas means renunciation. That means one who has renounced everything for serving the Supreme. He is real sannyas. He may take this dress or not, that doesn't matter. Anyone who has sacrificed his life for service of the Supreme Lord, he is a sannyas. That will be explained in the 5th chapter.
Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Nitai Gaur